What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What it do? What it do? Welcome to the live. Give me 1 second. I'll be right with y'all. Yeah, I'm talking about. What it do? What it do? What it do? It's your boy 4ThEye, aka the Ghetto Guru. I am here for you. Welcome to the live. If you new, subscribe, like, comment. What up, player? What's happening, Andrew? What it do? Welcome to the live, man. The kickback. Look, y'all can ask questions. Y'all can do whatever y'all please. You know what I'm saying? This is the kickback. What's happening? What's happening, Melanie? What's going on? What's going on? Oh, yeah. What's going on? What's going on? How y'all day going? I know this is a Saturday. Everybody probably wants to kick it, you know what I'm saying, go have fun. So everybody that stayed in the house at work right now can vibe with us right now. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can vibe with us today. How y'all doing today? How y'all doing today? But yeah, we can get into anything today. Y'all want to talk about outer bodies. Y'all want to learn some techniques. Let me know what y'all want to know, what y'all want to talk about today. Because today is a freestyle, even though I freestyle every day. What did you choose? Why did you choose the name fourth eye instead of third eye? Just curious. Oh, so you must not been for the other live. I got the name fourth eye from my out of body experience. Um, the how I got it was I was having an experience. I was in a house, and when I got to that house, we was basically just kicking it. It was a bunch of us just kicking it, and I was still like sitting there, like in awe, like I'm in an out of body experience, and I'm just kicking it right now, watching TV and doing some regular life type stuff. And in that experience, when I was still conscious, I looked at one of the dudes and I said, "Hey man, I'm in an out of body." And he said, "Yeah." And I said, "How did I get here?" And he said, "You got here through the fourth eye. That's how you walk in the spirit." And so that's how I ended up getting the name fourth eye. When I came back, I started looking it up. Nobody was talking about the fourth eye. But if you look online right now, you'll see a bunch of stuff about the fourth eye. Some of it is correct, some of it is wrong. Even the name, like nobody even had the name fourth eye. Then I started looking it up. I'm like, everybody got fourth eye, fourth eye, fourth eye, fourth eye. I'm like, they don't even, I think they might be using it in the wrong way. They might not know what they use, what it means, at least to me. You know what I'm saying? They might have looked up something and it says something different. But that's how I ended up getting the name Fourth Eye. How you doing, Casey? Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is the kickback. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can ask me whatever. Some of y'all questions I might know, some of them I might not know. You know what I'm saying? Because some of y'all really smart. You know, y'all be knowing some things. You know, I'll be learning from y'all as well. I still got to watch some of them videos y'all was telling me about. What's up, Prop? What's happening? Welcome to the live. Hey, bro, your intros is fire, bro. It be having me sitting there watching the intro like it's a movie. Like I be tapped in. I be tapped in. The kickback. You know what I'm talking about? Hey, I wanted to ask the question too. Like, how do I make people moderators? Like, how do I do that? So you want I just yeah, I had to tap in. I had to show some love. You know what I'm saying? I had to tap in. I be trying to see how do you oh, I can add on the I gotta go to the I see how to do it. Anybody want to be a moderator? Let me know. I know how to do it now. How y'all doing today, man? I'm actually feeling good today. I'm feeling good today. You click the three dots next to their name in live chat on YouTube. Yo, I just figured it out. I wasn't looking at myself on the actual YouTube. So I just went and looked at the comments and stuff. And it's like, okay, that's how you do it. That's how you do it. I ain't even been popping people's comments up. But man, I'm glad y'all came to the live, man. I appreciate all y'all for coming to the live. Um, I just wanted to make this live. I was gonna go live earlier actually, but I was like, nah, I'm gonna wait. So I waited to, and I was like, what am I gonna talk about today? And then I said, oh, I said message retracted. I was about to say, what am I gonna talk about today? But I had a subject, but then I was like, man, I just want to have a kickback. It's Saturday. We can just kick back, kick shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can talk, you know, ask me anything, and we can go from there. You know what I'm saying? Thanks for making a few lives during the time when most of us are awake. Yeah, hey, yeah, on the weekend it get a little lucky, you know what I'm saying? Because I um I don't usually have the time to do it at this time of day. It says hi. I was the moderator at Melanie. Thanks for making the lives during the time. Yeah, that was pretty dope. That was pretty dope. Why did you choose the name for that? So yeah, that's just loud too. Yeah. He was talking some good information on there. If you haven't checked out Andre's live, The Alchemist, if you haven't checked out his live, go over there and check out his live when you get the time. I say he had a lot of information in there. It was a Q&A, and he gave out some good info. You know what I'm saying? Some good info. I really want to get deep into this into the because I'm really trying to learn how to do soul retrieval. Soul retrieval. If you know what that is, that's finding helping people that's in those lower vibratory states and helping them make it out. I'm really trying to learn how to do that better. But recently I just been going and like seem like I be just being in like practice mode for some reason. I have an out of body and I be trying to go somewhere, but I've been having fun though. Ain't gonna lie. Today I had an out of body. Today I had an out of body. It wasn't nothing special, so it ain't nothing that I really got to process. It was special to me because I was having it. But when I came out my body, I was just in this regular, like look like a city, look like a place where people was just regular, like living, just regular. And there was some people there that was like hella tall. And while I was there, I just started playing around, and it was this lake. It was big though, and it looked kind of like an ocean. And one of the fears that I have in the outer body, I ain't gonna lie to you, this is a fear. I don't know if it's still a fear, but it was a fear. Was when you be floating over the ocean and you can hear those waves cracking and all the you know what I'm saying, all the deal, all that stuff is just used to be overstimulating when I was in the outer body because you feel the mist of the water, you can feel the waves, and then I have a phobia of what's under there, what's inside the water. So, and then I'm in the outer body, so I'm like, really, what's in the water? So that used to be a phobia of mine. So, in this experience, I seen the water over there and I started running real fast, just running around. It's like it feel like you like on skates in a way. But I started running around and I got to the water and I started running on the water, like over the water. And while I'm running over the water, I'm like running towards, I'm getting far away from the shore. And that's usually where I would get a little afraid because I'm too far away. Because I'm like, I'm gonna dive in this water because your mind still, if you still have that physical mind, you'll be thinking like, if I go in the water, I can't breathe. But you can breathe. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that probably was one of my fears of being in that ocean. So I was running over there and I started walking on the water. And while I'm walking on the water, I'm like, oh shit, I'm playing around. I'm like, I'm Jesus. I'm just being stupid. Like, I'm Jesus. I'm walking on water. And then I just started casually walking on the water. I was like, dang, this is pretty dope. And when I got back to the shore, I walked up to this group of people where the people was kind of tall. And when I walked up to them, I looked up and I was like, man, you know what? And I made myself lift up in the air a little bit. And I was staring at them. I was just joking. And I'm like, hey, I'm tall as you now. So yeah, ain't none of that little boy stuff, just playing around. But the crazy thing to me be that they don't, they wasn't responding in a way where what I was doing was unnormal. They was just looking like, man, he just playing around. Like it was some fun, just some regular fun stuff I was doing. But yeah, that's the out of body I had today. That was just fun. It's like I just be going around playing, flying. I ain't really do nothing special, but it's like I'm practicing because I'm learning new things that I could do, especially with the mind. Like you can make yourself, you can like say for instance, if you're around somebody that's really big and you scared because this whatever is around you is like really big, you can actually make yourself the same size as that person or that being or whatever you see. You can make yourself that same size because one, you are just energy, and two, you are making yourself look this way subconsciously because you know how your body, you know your physical body, so you're gonna make your body a certain size. You know what I'm saying? But once you realize you can make yourself turn into like anything damn near. I don't know about anything because I don't be looking at myself, but you can make yourself taller. You can fly with ease. When you don't think about it, that's when you fly the easiest. All you gotta do is just do it. That's how it is in the outer body. It's like when you want to do something, just do it. You ain't really gotta worry about like how do I do this and jump up in the air to try to fly. All you gotta do is like, I'm gonna fly and just step out, just jump, not even jump, just kind of gently come off the ground and you're gonna fly when you're not really thinking about it too hard. If you start thinking about it too hard, you might fly up and then you're gonna fly back down. And it's even more crazier when you fly and you get really high in the sky and then you start thinking physical and then you start going down. Now your stomach is bubbling like you on a one of them rides at the fair. Yeah, that right there be a little creepy. But yeah, man, I'm glad all y'all who has come into the live has came into the live, man. Let me put on my glasses so I can see. Ew. What is that? Yes, when I think about flying too much, well, let me put my glass on so I can. My damn little bitty ass ear was messing with me. What's going on? Welcome to the live Becoming Awake 2025 says, hold on, let me put this on the deal. Yes, I think I'm a what says yes. When I think about flying too much, I always come back down to the floor. Yep. You can't think about it too hard. What's going on? What's going on, Jay Lee? The choosing for the ghetto guru was him. Was him. What it do? What it do? Glad y'all can make it to the live, man. This the kickback. Y'all ask any question y'all want. Um, we just gonna vibe out with each other. I'm gonna let y'all listen to some. I'm gonna let y'all listen to something. I think I put it on here. I might not have. So don't be mad if I haven't put it on here. I wanted y'all to hear something because I heard it. I um I was listening to it earlier today because I found it in one of my emails. It's an old song that I did back in the day. I was thinking about what's that back in the day when Lil Wayne was popping. And I was thinking about making pop songs because when I back in the day I used to make a lot of beats and I used to produce a lot and all that stuff. So when I used to make music, I used to try to make music to fit other artists. And this one was like a song that I was like trying to make fit another artist. It was like a reggae tone, like a reggae type song. But I just wanted to play it because it was funny to me listening to it. Let me see if I let me see. Let me see. It was funny to me. Let me turn this up. I was laughing. Like me. You don't want to lose your seed, baby. I'm a real OG. Let's take a trip. It'd be weird listening to my stuff, especially when I was like. DJ 4ThEye. Yeah, I made the music. It's an old song that I made the beat. That was the end of the recording because I didn't have no notes. I was just making a reference track. But yeah, I made that. The beat that I played in the beginning, I made that as well. This one, that's me on the sample. I was trying to get that little Jamaican vibe when I made this one. But yeah, I just wanted to let y'all listen to that a little bit. It was funny listening to that. That little song I made. Love it. Thanks for sharing. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Let me. Thanks. Thank you. Becoming awake. Says 4th Eye. We might have to do a beat battle. I ain't made no beats in a while. You know what I'm saying? But hey, you know that's pretty good. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. I got some growing to do when it comes to it, making the beats because I ain't messed around with it in so long that I probably it'll probably take me a minute. I used to make beats really fast, like really really fast. But now technology has changed. I be wanting to make music to original beats. Um, my beats. Sometimes I get tired of making my own beats. You know what I'm saying? It's music that I want y'all to listen to too, but because I don't own the beats, I don't want to play it and risk it. You know what I'm saying? But there's songs I've made because I had an out of body experience and I just remembered some of the lyrics and I can't find that song. Can't remember. I know it's called Self Destruction, but I can't find it. But man, how y'all doing? What's up, Andrew? Thank you, brother. Thank you. But yeah, how y'all doing on y'all journey when you meditate for a while? Let me see, let me put it up. When you meditate for a while and stay aware, do you eventually tap into a lucid dream type state? Yeah, you can, or you'll just go straight into an out of body experience. Like it's that's usually sometimes people a lot of times people get unconscious when they meditate for a while, and but if they stay aware, you're probably gonna go into an out of body experience. The lucid dream, at least from my perspective, because this is something that this is just my own theory. I'm not going based off of what anybody told me. But when you have the out of body, you have the out of body every day. But a lot of times people have that when they have that out of body experience, they go into this dream state. And that's why when you're in that dream state, you can become lucid of that dream state and come right back into the out of body experience. Let me see. Do what brings you joy. Yes, ma'am. It says, can vibrations come to you in the form of a ball? I experienced this last night. What do you mean by come to you as a ball? Like, what do you mean by that? Like a ball of light came in your room and you started vibrating? Because the vibrations you feel it within your body. You know what I'm saying? You don't necessarily see the vibrations coming, you feel it. If you've seen a white ball of light, your body probably started vibrating because of the energy of that ball of white light. You might have been feeling the energy of it. Now I can't tell you that's a complete fact of what I just said though. So don't take that as a complete fact, because I ain't never experienced a ball of light coming into my room and I start vibrating. So I ain't gonna sit up here and lie to you. Okay, let me see. Eyes. Hold up. If I'm trying to induce sleep paralysis and I have to swallow, but I'm still remaining still, can swallowing disrupt sleep paralysis? It can disrupt it because you're thinking about it too much. That's why you feeling it. Like when you be in that state, you start feeling your like, oh my, I got a dry throat. I need to swallow. Or I got this with the whoop. I'm breathing. I feel like I'm not breathing. You start thinking about your physical body too much and it will snap you out of it because you at that moment you just need to relax. And it can be hard to do that because you feel like you can't breathe or you feel like, you know what I'm saying? You feeling some other sensation of your body. It says, have you ever done tests to prove you leave your body and are outside? Do you mean like looking at yourself laying in the bed? Or are you talking about tests like have somebody put a number on the wall or do this and then you find out, okay, I left the body. Sometimes that can work with people when they having real time projections, but you don't always have real time projections. Me, I don't really try to have real time projections, but you can't really mistake it once you have it, especially when you feel the separation. You know what I'm saying? Once you feel the separation, it's undeniable. Now, some people can feel the separation and still feel like that's an illusion. They didn't really experience that. But the thing is that you never truly you never fully exit the body, because that's a thing that people talk about a lot. I see on TikTok and other sites where they putting that fear out there. They feel like when you leave your body, you completely left your body, and something can step into your body, or you could lose track of where your body is. That's not the truth. You're always attached to your body, even though you're letting off this energy out your body. You're always attached to the body through an energetic frequency. You know what I'm saying? It's like letting off a projection. You know what I'm saying? You copy. It's like a copy or something. But you are your full, you know what I'm saying, awareness. Your full awareness is in that moment in that time. Says the number one thing. Give me the body. Hello, 100. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Welcome to everybody that's popping up in the live. You know what I'm saying? Welcome, welcome. Um, Last time I was out and flying in the sky, I could you could still feel my bed laying in bed. Yeah, that happens. Sometimes you'll still feel the clothes on your body. One time I had my eyes covered up and I came out my body and I was like, why I can't see? Then I started doing this and I was like taking the cover off my eyes in real life, and I woke up and messed up my whole experience. It says, if we are if we are our unlimited authority, can we refuse a life review when we cross over? I don't know. You might have to check. Don't try to cross over yet though. But you know what I'm saying? When you had it, but having a life review is not something bad. A lot of people look at it like it's a bad thing. No, it's just you basically remembering your life. I meditated for about 2 hours once and saw everything kick in like a dream. And it's like I was looking at a spirit in a sense, but I was controlling the spirit with my mind, like remote viewing. You could have been remote viewing or something like that. But a lot of times it can seem like a dream state, but when you become fully conscious of it, you'll see what it's really about. You know what I'm saying? Your it says, until you get a Patreon account, could you tell us a couple darker OBEs that you had? Yeah, I possibly can. I might get to a couple of those. Some people be a little afraid, so it says, I tried to exit through my crown, but got stuck into a pitch black room. Then my body was unstable, like I had no bones. Then I couldn't breathe. The sensations were too real. You probably went to it could be the fear that kicked in that paralyzed you. Sometimes that fear can paralyze you, even when you don't even realize that you in that much fear. You know what I'm saying? You start thinking about, I need to wake up. Now you start feeling parts of your body. Now you're like, oh, I need to really get up. Why I ain't getting up? All this stuff. Like, it could be anything that's causing that. But you just have to, don't be afraid of it. Don't allow that fear to kick in if that's what kicked in. It says, I felt the vibrations in my body at first, and then it took shape of a ball that was moving from the bottom of my chest to my head and back again. I got scared, so it went away. So it was inside of you. So you're saying it was a ball of light that was going throughout your body. Did you see this light? Or was it just a ball of light that you felt and you understood that it was a ball of light? Because if it was in you, that was a part of you. Nah, go forth it. And howdy. What was you trying to say? What's going on, Robin Hood? Still out there robbing the hood? Nah, just play. Nah, but fear sometimes, like what people gotta understand, like you can experience almost anything when you having these experiences. You know what I'm saying? You can experience almost anything. Yeah, you start seeing images pop up sometimes when you meditate right at the edge of coming lucid. Yeah. Yep. That's a fact. But yeah, that fear sometimes will hold us back. And we don't be understanding the fear when it happens, you know. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Lanika. Appreciate it. Yeah, I didn't even realize I had them going like that. But yeah. Do you believe in ghosts? Do I believe in ghosts? Yeah, it's a ghost. It's ghost out there. Look, like, but sometimes you gotta understand that them ghosts, they're like, how do you say, like, what's the term I'm looking for? I can't even think of it in my head, but they ghosts. I mean, but just like I said, when some people pass away, they trap themselves in a realm that because they can't get over living in this physical life. They got some attachments that they have not let go. So it's like they end up getting trapped in a way, but they not trapped. But that's the thing. It's like they can get out of there, but they refuse to move on because you think, say it's a ghost in your house, you seeing the ghost, are you feeling this presence in your house and lights flickering, all this stuff, or the people that have the ghost and they be like the cabinet's opening up and this and that, they seeing the ghost in the house that they in, but that ghost is seeing a different home. You know what I'm saying? To that ghost, you might be the ghost or that spirit. You know what I'm saying? It's some crazy stuff in this world, man. There's some crazy stuff in this world. But yeah, it's when you meditating, a lot of times when you get to that stage where you start to see really clear and the images is popping up in your head, a lot of times you will see you will feel like you're just a how you say just the inner, like you just seeing with your eyes. It's not like you don't feel like a body yet because you're just projecting your consciousness out, not the conscious you that is a body, a third body or whatever. So you'll see these images and it can look like a dream state sometimes, but once you go into that image, it changes. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes when you look at them images and stuff, you'll see movement, you'll see people walking around, but you won't hear them. It's strange. But you might start, when you start hearing the noises around, it says, think there, thanks, there goes. Oh. Hold on, let me see. I don't think I read it. Do you think someone out of body and someone here sees them and freaks out? What do you mean? Like someone out of body see the ghost and freaks out? Is that what you mean? Because you can come out your body and see what's in your house. Yeah, you can come out your body and see what's in your house. Sometimes it's not just a ghost. Sometimes it's something that's just trying to come see you. Might be a loved one, might not. You know what I'm saying? How you feel about binaural beats? They pretty cool. I think they work. I just don't use them because I don't really need them. But I have tried them, and I also have made a few. But because you can make them yourself, really, but probably not to the sophisticated style of how they do it. I don't know, but they work. It's worked for plenty of people. I just don't use them. I had like this weird way of meditating to have an out of body when I tried to learn, when I was trying to teach myself how to have an out of body. I had a weird way of training myself because when I was in Houston, it was a train that used to always pass by, and I used to always get distracted when I would get to the point of being able to leave my body. I would always get distracted by the noise, and it would knock me out of my meditation. You know what I'm saying? So what I started doing is when the train would go by, I would just focus on the train. I would just listen to the train. I would listen to the train so hard it's like I could hear everything, like the train, the wheels, and everything. Like I would listen to outdoors. I would listen to the kids playing in the house and all that stuff. Like I would just listen to everything, and that helped me learn how to meditate and have an out of body with distractions. You know what I'm saying? But let me read it. Let me read. Hold up. I missed the comment. I'm gonna get back to you. Fourth out, was that horse that walked into your room real? I mean, it was real somewhere. It wasn't a real horse in the physical, but but it wasn't even a horse. That's the crazy part. It was a white horse at first, and then it turned into a woman. That was the a strange part. And I still be wondering, like, who is that woman? Who is that woman? Says, I was recently attempting an OBE. After about 45 minutes, I felt energy from my feet to the top of my head and saw white sparks flash above my head. Then my body got warm and tingly. I was close. Yeah, especially if you were seeing it. If you were seeing it, like you wasn't seeing it with your physical eyes, you were seeing it with your, what I'm saying, your third eye. It says, I went into one of those images and entered a restaurant parking lot, then ventured into the restaurant. I thought I was invisible to everyone until this guy tapped me on my shoulder and was smiling. Yeah. Yeah. I used to think I was invisible a lot of times when I had out of bodies, and they'd be like, "Hey, man, what the fuck? You can see me?" It used to scare me though because I didn't want people to see me. I thought I was a ghost. Says, do you think that that could work with focusing on our partners snoring? I don't know because my ex used to snore and it used to throw me completely out my out of body. But it wasn't even just the snoring. It was that like you'll be sitting there meditating and you'll be getting straight to that point. As soon as you get there, they move and they like hit you or something while you sleep. It's like, dang, you just knocked me out my meditation. I started laying on the floor and meditating. I was like, hell nah, you ain't about to keep knocking me out. It says, does the nervous system have to be regulated before we can get to sleep paralysis? Regulating. Probably. I mean, I don't necessarily be knowing when my you know what I'm saying, that when I'm regulated, when my energy body or my nervous system is regulated. A lot of times you won't know until you get in that moment. But the part of meditation is really stimulating your energy and feeling that energy going through your body, which is going to you know what I'm saying, help your nervous system get back right. You have to be able to focus though. Does the nervous system have to be? Oh, I already read that. You wrote it twice. Oh, you said something different in there, huh? Induced. No, you just lay down. You start meditating, and you get to that point. But sometimes your nervous system, you will be able to tell once you start having out of bodies. When your nervous system is a little, you know what I'm saying, whacked out, you'll start to feel really tired. You'll start to feel really tired. Like I can have out of bodies every day if I want to, but the thing is the more you have them, the more you be about damn near frying out your nervous system. You be like, man, I need to chill out. I'm getting tired. Like I'm waking up like I ain't getting no sleep. And that's another thing too. When you have a lot of out of body experiences, sometimes it feel like you never went to sleep because it's like you just going you're in a aware state, and then you go to sleep and you're still aware. So it's like you mentally always awake. Your body getting a little rest, but mentally you be still aware. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you do that so much mentally, you'll be drained. But it's not that bad though. It's not that bad. I feel like if you're gonna have out of bodies, you should probably have out of bodies probably 3 times a week if you can control it. If you can control it, about 3 times a week is good because when you have them every day, at least don't have them like I'll be having them. You know what I'm saying? Don't leave your out of body experience. I mean, wake up out of your out of body experience and then go right back into another out of body experience because you're gonna forget. You might forget the last one you just had. You know what I'm saying? And the crazy part is about out of bodies is that I don't know if any of y'all had like a felt like you had an out of body while you was inside of an out of body. Let me see. Do you believe the 12 realms thing, or you got different thoughts about this world on OBEs? I mean, I've been hearing that for so long, the 12 realms. I've never mapped out the realms like that. I think that's Darius and other people that talk about the 12 realms and stuff, but I've never mapped it out like that. So I can't really tell you. I can't say it's true or false. But I believe what they from what the I'm up for stumbling from what they be talking about. A lot of stuff that they say be on point. So I can't say. I can't really say. So I believe it. I believe it's possible. I might need to look for myself, but I've never mapped that out myself because I've been a lot of places and I've been a lot of places, but I've never thought about mapping it out because I know there's realms, there's different realms and stuff, and you go higher and higher, but within those realms, uh, there's many dimensional spaces. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot to explore. But you know when you're on higher levels, when the when your body feels lighter, it's more positive. It's not you won't deal with a bunch of that negativity and all that stuff. But let me see. Let me see some of these comments. Hold up. Louisiana Smoke, what's happening? What's up, brother? Hey man, welcome to the channel, brother. Welcome to the channel. Darius Genie Dot talk about the numbered realms. Yeah. Yeah, they go into depth on the realms and stuff. At least Genie Dot do, I know. I think Darius do too, because he showed pictures or whatever. He says, I don't get live notifications. I got the bell on. Okay. That's what's up. You here. Welcome back. It says, I've heard sex in your diet can stop you from having OBEs. Have that happen to you in your past? It doesn't necessarily stop you from having the experience, but it can, depending on how you're doing it. You know what I'm saying? If you out there just sleeping with any and everybody, you got to think you taking on a bunch of different people's energies. So that could cause you to see things or experience things within the out of body state that you probably don't want to experience. Now, what was the other thing you said? I should have left your comment up there. Um, your diet doesn't necessarily affect your experience, but it can, because your diet helps your body. You know, when you start eating more healthier, more electrical foods, you know what I'm saying? The right foods, because all the food that we getting is bad, damn near. When you start eating better, your body is healthier. When you fast, your body is healthier. So it helps, because everybody has what we, you know, like the earth got its magnetic field, your body has one as well. So it's like when you leave in your body, it makes it easier for you to exit the body when you are living in a healthy vessel. You know what I'm saying? It's like having a car and your doorknobs ain't working that good. And you trying to get out the car, you like, damn, can't get out the damn car. So yeah, it can, but you know what I'm saying? It's, you can still get out, because I was eating unhealthy than a motherfucker. And I be eating unhealthy still sometimes, and I still get out. It says 4ThEye, great to see you. What's happening? What's happening? How you doing today? Welcome back to the live. I think I see you here. Hold up. Welcome, welcome. Okay, let me. It says finally somewhere I could talk about OBE and meditation. Can't speak that around my family. They are religious and think it's demonic. Yeah, you're gonna get that a lot. And it's not, that's not something that's easy to change in people's mind when they are religious, because they don't understand. They be having out of bodies every day as well, but they don't want to understand. They don't want to really tap into that and understand what's really going on. You would think if somebody wanted to really, um, they really want to know God, and they really wanted to see, um, what's really gonna happen on the other side, or even angels, or even Jesus, when they found out they could actually leave their body and access these things, you would think that would be something that would make them excited, but no, they'd be like, that's demonic. You are possessed. They don't care. Yo, gang, do you have any cool stories with ascended masters? Not necessarily that, not ascended masters that, like masters that I know. Like I can't say like, man, so and so walked up on me. We was having a cool experience. Like, now I've been talked to by beings that I didn't know or ever heard of. What do you think about semen retention? Is it necessary? Is that necessary? It's good, because you're not letting off your seed or energy, because that's energy when you keep shooting that load out. You know what I'm talking about? You got some people out there that shoot that load off too much. They be drained. They be about to fall asleep. They try to shoot their load to have an out of body, and it don't work. They go straight to dreamland. Yeah. Hey, no sleep paralysis there, buddy. Straight to the deep sleep. Can you go to the same place on command, or it's just random every time? Yeah, you can go to the same place. I tend to do that a lot. I don't really try to go to the same place, but I tend to. It's like if I go to a new place, it's like I keep going back to that new place. I guess until I get my higher self get bored, and then he'd be like, "All right, let's go somewhere else," and then we go somewhere else. Hold on, did I read this one? You have any tips on how to decalcify the pineal gland? They have some meditation. They have some actual I forgot what it's called though. I have some. I should have brought it on here, but maybe I don't need to give them no free promotion. Nah. But it's like a deal where you can, it's called like, is it Ormus gold? Metallic gold. Um, when you take that, your dreams will get very clear. All that stuff. It says they call me new age and demonic, weird, crazy. Yeah, everybody puts out of bodies and all this stuff into new. It's not new age. All this stuff is not new age. New age. All this stuff is old. Like they just call it new age to put a title in some type of put it in the category. But this stuff is not new age. This information is old. It's been talked about in cultures all over the world. You know what I'm saying? It's just been demonized by the people in charge. You know, they don't want people to know what they can do, go back to where they from or whatever, and find out information and find out who they are. They don't want that. You know what I'm saying? They only say that because they fear what they don't understand. That's a fact. Yeah, they don't know what they're talking about. It talks about out of bodies all throughout the Bible. In the Bible, it says that you are a God, but even in the church, they don't want to believe that's a thing. They're like, no, ain't no way I'm calling myself God. If Jesus was to return, they will crucify him again. It says exactly hell. I think Christianity is actually new age compared to these practices. Technically, they are. Technically, they are. I think Christianity is one of the newest religions. Let me see. You ever met something with more power than you? Probably. Probably. It was one time, like a lot of people don't like it was, I'm gonna just say the experience. It was one time I was in this experience. Now, do I know who this was? No. But I was in this experience and I was walking down this long walkway. It was dark outside, but the walkway was like lit up and the ground was like made of marble. It was like marble. And I'm walking and it's a bunch of stuff going on. And I looked into this room and there was a bunch of people like sitting in there and they was all kind of like dressed up. They looked important. So I wanted to see what was going on. So I walk in the room. When I walk in the room, I look and it's a man sitting on a throne. You couldn't see his face, you couldn't see his body. All you seen was the outline of a man. He was huge. He was sitting on his throne and it was just glowing. He was just glowing. It was just light. But it was a bunch of people standing there and they all had this like godly type energy about them. And even though I was nervous, I was still standing there because they was talking and I wanted to hear. And one of the people turned around and said, "You can't be in here." And I said, "Hey, my bad." And the guy that was sitting in the chair, he said, "Who said he couldn't be in here?" But he said it in this really deep voice. And the guy was like, "He can't be in here." He was like, "You technically can't be in here. You chose." He said, "You chose something." And I can't remember what he said. You chose something. But it was something crazy. I wish I had it written down. But this happened so long ago, I can barely remember what he said. But he said something. He basically let me stay in that room for some odd reason. But he let me stay in that room. I don't know who this was. So I ain't gonna sit up here and lie. Now, if I was back in them days, I was like, that might have been God, but that could have been some another God. That could have been a different God. You know what I'm saying? So I can't put no name on it. It says, damn dude stood up for you. Yeah, he had stood up for me. I was like, whoa, that's crazy. It's been a lot of times where I've been in experiences like that where I've seen something that seemed like, like a lot of people have like they don't like when they think of God, everything goes back to the religious text or the religious way of looking at God. But if we are all gods, we are all parts of God. That means that if I'm talking to you, I'm talking to God because God lives within you. If we put it in the terms of religion, you know what I'm saying? But they still don't look at that like that. But that's how, like, even like if I'm disrespecting you, if I look at you as a part of me and a part of God, I mean, in a part of God, you are God in the flesh. When you're looking at me, I am God in the flesh. If I'm looking at, I would not disrespect you. Because why? If you was in front of God, would you disrespect God? So when they don't look at it like that in religious beliefs though. They don't look at it like that. They want to skip those parts of scripture where it says that ye are gods and the kingdom of heaven lives within you. God lives within you. All that stuff. That's why I don't knock the Bible. I don't knock Christians. I only knock the ones who have no understanding and they always want to demonize everything they don't understand. You know what I'm saying? I don't knock no religious, no religion, and I don't knock no spiritual belief because we all have a path and we all got to walk our own paths. So if that's the path you were supposed to walk, hey, you got to walk it. You know what I'm saying? If that path is going to make you have to reincarnate, you're going to have to reincarnate. You know what I'm saying? Straight like that. But if you want to know something, tap into yourself, tap into your inner knowing, even if you don't have an outer body. You know what I'm saying? Tap into yourself, learn yourself, understand your emotions. When they don't look at you as God, what it says, when they don't look at you as God, as they feel less of themselves. Yeah, I think I know what you was meaning. My bad. It says, serious question. Have you gotten some hands, yellow heart, red, and OBE? How did it feel? What are the implications? Can they get pregnant? What do you mean? What do you mean by that? We like explain that one a little because I don't understand what the have you gotten some hands, yellow heart, red. I'm not understanding the question. Sorry about that. It's all experience, even if it's a bad path, it's for a reason. Yeah. Yep. It's definitely for a reason. Let me go back so I make sure I don't miss nothing. If they knew we were spinning backwards. Oh no, Christianity was birthed after the decline of the Tartarian Empire. I don't know exactly if that's all the way facts, but that's something that I can look into. You know what I'm saying? Damn dudes, you know, because Christianity, while it is one of the youngest religions, a lot of people when we talk about Tartaria, you know, we people just started learning that that was a place. You know what I'm saying? They didn't even know that that place even existed. For like until they started seeing little documents stuff said, hey, you know, it was a Tartaria, you know, this and that. But Christianity, they changed the name, so you got to understand it wasn't even called Christianity at first. What was it called? The Way. They used to say they was of the Way or something, but it wasn't the Way. It was something in Hebrew in a different language. Oh shoot! I heard a little thunder outside. I think he meant, "Do you get coochie?" Ah, no, I don't believe they can get pregnant out there. You know, if you're getting out, you out there tan cheeks up, spiritual cheeks. Hey, you funny. He said, if I say, he said, you get some coach out there. You over there knocking off them spiritual socks. That's funny. Hey, don't be out there being no freakazoid, trying to get nobody pregnant on the other side. Out here being crazy and freaky. There's some freaky places out there if you want to go. There's some freaky places. Hold on, let me see. Let me see. Hold on. It says I found out about Tartaria after realizing the White House was found not built and the Washington Monument is energy related. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Say, what's up, Daisy? Are you back? That's cool. That's cool. I haven't Tartaria and all that stuff. Like I haven't dived into that information like that. I was big on learning about different cultures and all these things of that nature. But when I realized, even though it's good to know, but I learn it and I just let it be because I'll be like, okay, understood. And I let it go because there's more to learn than what's been on this physical earth. It all started back there somewhere. Yeah. All that stuff is old. It's like you know, you study the past to learn the future and all that stuff. But when you get the information, it's like cool. What did you say? Tartaria. But it looked like it was a dope place. But it's just like Egypt, you know, a lot of different civilizations was thriving and doing a whole lot of things. But now it's like people still trying to figure out what it really looked like, what was really going on, all these different things. I honestly feel like we've been dumbed down. Feel like we've been dumbed down. We had a lot more information, and then it just got boom. Yeah, yep. Civilization before the last reset. Yep. So they were big tall hats. But yeah, it's a lot of stuff that I don't really like. I don't dive into a lot of stuff that I used to. And I don't be trying to act like I'm like not I don't know like what y'all talking about, like Tartaria and Christianity, how long it's been around and certain things and concepts, what's beyond the ice wall, like what's in the physical. Like I know a lot of people be wanting to know like what's on the moon, what's on the sun, what's on Mars and other things of that nature. And it's like start having some out of bodies, man. So you might be the one to figure that out, you know. You might be the one that we need to figure that stuff out. They knew some stuff, all I could say. Yeah, they definitely did know some stuff in Tartaria. I had a crazy dream last night, for sure. It says that's what these lives are about, getting that wisdom back. Yeah. Yep. But it's like sometimes it's like we understand what was going on back in Egypt. At least we think we do now, you know, but it's still information that's coming out, like what's underneath the pyramids. Even before that, it's a lot of information that a lot of people wasn't talking about, like why it wasn't called Egypt in the beginning. It was called what, Nubia or something like that. The language of what is it? Hieroglyphics, the metal netter. It's certain things that wasn't even the name. Their language wasn't even the same. So and it has and Egypt been conquered many different times. So over time, things started to change. And then they started looking at these principles as gods, the sun god, Ra, all these different gods. They was really principles. Those were teaching tools. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people don't understand that the when the sun rises, when the sun sets, and the moon rises, this and that, a lot of things meant different things. But I'm not the historian, you know. So I have to look into that. Yeah, look into that. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot into Egypt that a lot of people never really talk about. That's why when they talk about Egypt, they always say like, no, they was like Middle Eastern looking people. Then you got some people saying, no, they was black. They was real. That's because when they started, they was really dark skinned. They was really dark. And it's been conquered so many times. So it obviously changed. You know what I'm saying? It says, have you heard about realm three being the realm of the beings who lived in Egypt during the Atlantis time? I think I heard something about that, but you know what I'm saying? I ain't saying it's false. I've heard about that. You know, let y'all know like the realm one, realm two, realm three, realm four, realm five, all that stuff is I think what's her name even talks about that alchemist, the realm ones and stuff. That's not my deal where I talk about realm one and realm two, realm three. Although I know that it's a real thing, I don't usually like I don't want to be stealing jacking somebody's lingo. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I just feel like I'm jacking somebody's lingo if I say it. But yeah, I don't want to be that guy. Even though it's a lot of lingo that I'm saying in these videos that's probably been jacked by other people. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Is it true soulmates connect astrally before physical union? Do soulmates connect telepathically too? What do you know about that stuff? It's possible that you might see somebody that's your soulmate in a out of body experience. Sometimes your soulmate could have not even incarnated. Sometimes your soulmate might have incarnated as somebody else to try to guide you to get up out of this place. You know what I'm saying? Because there is a thing where it's like people like this is another thing. Um, when we talk about what your mission is and all this stuff, some of y'all mission is just to come here to try to help other people make it back so they can stop reliving this, so they can stop reincarnating into this. So you can have a soulmate that might be like, this person is getting stuck. So let me go ahead and incarnate to try to help this person. But the thing about it is when you get here, life is real. You know what I'm saying? So you might not even be compatible with your own soulmate. Y'all might be cool as hell as friends, but then y'all bump heads. Okay, let me hold on. I think I missed a comment. I'm gonna get back to you. Yeah, alchemists be deep diving into that heavy. Yeah, yeah, he know all about that. You know what I'm saying? That Daisy, that can very much be true because we all choose our path and destiny on the other side before we incarnate. Yes, yes. Factory. Hey, from Memphis, Tennessee. What's the difference? What difference do you notice when you eat too much sugar and meat, etc., to your experience? Oh shit. I don't necessarily feel let me keep that up there just so I can, but I don't necessarily feel the difference when I eat too much, I just fall straight to sleep. If I eat too much and I'm like, say super full, I just fall straight to sleep. It's most of the time when you have like a light meal, you know what I'm saying? When you had a light meal, you had an out of body experience. Now, as far as like meat and sugar, that has never really stopped me. Like, and that's been one of the things, like when I first started making videos in '09 and before I stopped, people used to be like, do you eat healthy? And I was eating terrible, but I was having out of bodies every day. You know what I'm saying? So it didn't really stop me, but it could. It says you believe in psychics. I believe that there is something that's out there that's real, but I also believe that you need to be careful dealing with psychics because some are fake, and most of the time it's not even just the psychics that be fake. Do you? It's like the people that be claiming to be like the tarot card readers and the Ephi priestess that ain't really practiced, ain't been initiated. It's them people you should worry about. The ones that's doing divinations and they haven't been initiated. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of people that haven't been initiated into certain spiritual practices, but they're doing things as if they were initiated in spiritual practices, which is leading people to the wrong, leading people wrong. You know what I'm saying? But let me read this. Do you have a cutoff time when you eat? I eat probably once a day. I don't have a necessary cutoff time. Sometimes I might have to eat late before I go to bed, but I usually only eat once a day, twice a day at the most. I'm not sure about round this or that. It may be right, but we are powerful creatures, and to follow that someone else sees can simply be their creation. Who knows? That could be possible. Even some of the stuff that I see could be my own creation, and I'm interpreting it the wrong way. It says cough, cough, palm readers. Yeah, but some of them are real. That stuff is real, though. That stuff is real. It's just you got to be careful with the people you're dealing with because you're giving someone access to your energy, and you don't want everybody to have access to your energy in that way because that's an intimate way. They're getting them, they and if they don't know what they're doing, they messing with your energy in a way that it could mess your life up because they don't even know what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want to be dealing with people that don't know what they're doing. If you're gonna give your permission for anybody to play around with your energy, be very cautious and use your intuition. Serious question. What if both you and your soulmate incarnated as a man and you are both straight and you end up meeting here on earth? Then what? I can't tell you. You're gonna be gay. That's your soulmate. Shit. I don't knock nobody for what they, what I'm saying, they life preferences, you know what I'm saying? But if that might be a thing, you know what I'm saying? You might be like, you're my soulmate, and they be like, you're mine. And hey, time to move to Atlanta. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. But it's always been a thought in my head about things of that nature because you have some people that say that they was born gay. And I used to always think to myself, like, I can read your comments while I'm trying to talk. I used to always feel like I used to always feel like some people, when they come into this body, they are still tapped into that feminine past life that they used to live, or they was a feminine spirit and they came into this world. Like I used to always think about that. So I don't know, but I don't knock nobody for their life choices. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it ain't me. It ain't me. You know what I'm saying? I don't judge. Everybody laugh at Atlanta. Atlanta, San Francisco, nah, or maybe even Houston now. Maybe just friendly soulmates. You know what I'm saying? Diddy party. Oh shit, y'all crazy. Atlanta is like Disneyland for that. Y'all stupid, man. Y'all can't be making me laugh. I'm supposed to be serious. My soulmate is a woman. I be tapping into that masculine side. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what I'm saying? I feel like sometimes they may incarnate as your best friend, siblings, or something. They might not be your significant other. That's like, yeah, that's true. That can happen. That can happen. It's been situations where people was like, I found out that my mother in a past life was my aunt. She was my sister, or even people that was like brother and sister. Now, I don't think they should find out that they were soulmates. You know what I'm saying? As they gonna be living in Alabama. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere in Alabama. Do you have a spirit animal? I was told I don't have a spirit animal. I don't think. I don't know. I don't know, but they had like spirit signs and stuff. My mother told me I was my spirit sign was like a sperm whale. Never really looked into that though. It says soulmates can more than romantic relationships. Y'all could be friends. Yeah, that's true. That's definitely true. Okay, let me see. Sweet home Alabama. Yeah. See, I don't knock nothing. I don't knock nothing. I don't knock nobody saying like I don't knock nobody's sexual preference. You know what I'm saying? If for all I know, they could be soulmates. I can't say they living the wrong life or none of that stuff. You know, it's a lot of people that's in that lifestyle that's very spiritual that know what they talking about too. You know what I'm saying? Some of them they've been victims of certain things. And if you ever hear a story of somebody talking about how they got victimized, a lot of times you will hear them say it felt like I had an out of body experience. And you think about that. If they say they feel like I had an out of body experience and something was there trying to protect them. Imagine if what was there was a feminine energy. And when they came back, you know what I'm saying? They was just like being protected by this feminine energy because they was dealing with something, especially a male dealing with something that was traumatic and it was not what a man should be experiencing. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of, but yeah, let me get out that subject because it says, what do you think about the UFO disclosure that's going on? I seen some videos about the UFO disclosure and all that stuff, but it doesn't really phase me that much. I don't think too deep into it because it could be a whole it could be to get our attention off of something that's really big about to happen. And if they did disclose aliens really existed, it wouldn't really change nothing for me because I already believe they exist. So it's like they're kind of late to the show. It says, have you ever been given information in the OBE that was real important? That was real important. Some of the stuff that I was getting in out of body experience. Sometimes you got to go ask for that knowledge. Sometimes they'll give it to you, like people talk about the end of the construct and all that stuff, or the end time. Some people was given visions or out of body experiences of end time events. Like I have had out of body experience where I've seen like end time events, but it has yet to happen. So hopefully it doesn't happen when I'm still here because I don't want to experience that type of shit. Or maybe I do. Maybe I want to see it. But you know, I've experienced floods, I've experienced earthquakes, tsunamis, um, a lot of stuff in the out of body state. But who's to say it's in this time? You know, because things be changing in this time. It's like 1 minute I'll be seeing things one way, and then I'll be like, how the hell did this shit just change? You know what I'm saying? Like the Mandela effect. It's like shit be weird. It says, but one thing this spiritual stuff teaches me is to never judge because everything is a lesson and everything has purpose. It's so beautiful for real, for real. Yeah, I agree. Have you met the giant squid or octopus? A couple of us met the cephalopoda, a, a squid. I haven't met that, but I met this big old lady in the ocean. She had this weird animal on her back. At first, I thought it was a creature. I thought it was a creature in the ocean, and I'm looking at it, and I'm floating over the ocean, and I'm like, "What the hell is this?" And it stood up, and it was a big woman with a dress on, and this thing was like on her back, and she was just looking at me. And then a big man came, he appeared to me, and I got defensive, and I started trying to. I was about to try to fight him, and the dude was like, try. He tried to big old lady. Yeah, I said that like, I'm a little country, but yeah, she I was about to try to fight him, and I tried to fight the dude first. I'm like trying to fight him, and he said, and she told the dude stop. And she said, "Stop. He doesn't remember who we are. He doesn't know he's one of us." When she said that, I was like, "What the fuck does that mean? One of y'all? Like, what are y'all?" They was giants. And while I was speaking to them, I ended up being the same size as them. And it didn't go too far after that. That's why I said a lot of my experiences, I think that I caused myself not to see what I needed to see because I was quick to violence. You know what I'm saying? I was quick to try to fuck some shit up. You know what I'm saying? I understand. You scared me is a problem. That's even in real life. I be telling people, you scared? You better hope I'm not scared because if you scare me, it's about to be a real problem. Have you ever seen dragons I seen dragons flying in the sky in the OBE. Never a personal experience like where I was sitting there talking to them and all that stuff. But I have seen dragons. Have you tried going to the White House? No. I ain't doing none of that. Because in my personal opinion, I feel like they have people that knows how to do the exact same thing that I know how to do. And they have people that know how to do some of the other things that I don't know how to do, such as remote viewing and all this stuff. You go over there, they going you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, this is personal. They know. They had a whole organization, you know what I'm saying, called them spies. Why don't you write a book or a movie? I'm actually in the process of writing a book, but I've been kind of procrastinating a little bit later. I mean, I said later, a little bit. I've been procrastinating. Tripped me out when you mentioned the old lady because she comes to me and she stay trying to confuse me. And I told her she must be bored because she shape shift. Do the shape shift to you? Did she shape shift? She didn't shape shift in that experience, but I mean, kind of shaped it, but she still had whatever that was. She just changed into this big woman. You know what I'm saying? She had on a blue dress, a big old blue dress, and she was big as hell. The dude was oh, they did tell me something. She said that we are she was saying that they're like gods over different. She was telling me there's gods over different elements. That's what she was telling me. She said there's gods over different elements and stuff, and she was over the ocean and all that stuff. But that's the crazy part because after I didn't know nothing about the Orisha stuff, but then when I started having the experiences with some Orishas, I was looking into stuff, and there was a lady named Yeminya that was over like the ocean. Then you had Oshun that's like over the rivers and stuff like that. So that was pretty trippy to me. I was like, oh, that's pretty dope. I wonder if that was her. Let me see. Let me see. Did I heard there are beings with vast wisdom? Yeah, I'm pretty. Yeah, it's a lot. Big woman, big woman. My mind automatically goes to Nephilim. Man, could be. You never know. It says been trying to have OBE through dreams. I check my hands to know if I'm dreaming, and works every time. Hands always distorted. I try to command more consciousness, but it don't work. What could I try? You have to if it doesn't work the first time, you got to keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? Not saying you got to just keep repeat, but you got to see why is it that it's not working because somehow you're not truly believing that you could become aware. You know what I'm saying? Something is blocking you from actually saying it with the command of knowing, like, yeah, I'm out my body. I'm clear. My vision is clear. You might have to say it a different way. Clarity now. Because there's been times where I came out my body and I couldn't see nothing. And I'd be like, clarity now. And my vision would just come slowly. It didn't come automatically. Pause. No. I heard they do have remote viewing energy fields around security sites. One guy said that did not they did a lot of yeah, I believe that too. Because I'd had some weird experiences where I was attacked by like these secret service type people. And I'd be in this like and I can't explain why. Like they would be trying to, I'd be trying to go to this place, and they'd be like, nope. They would straight up attack me. I didn't do nothing, but I was whipping ass in that though. I ain't gonna lie, they wasn't fucking with me. Let me read that again because I didn't see. It says, feel like some people have been following me. Real talk. If I go OBE, can I find out who they are and why? Maybe, possibly. That's a possibility. I wouldn't say you can't, But welcome anybody that's new in this live, man. I appreciate y'all for coming through. Don't forget to subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget to subscribe and like the live. This is the kickback. We just vibing. Y'all can ask any questions y'all want. I'm gonna try to get to everybody, but we just vibing on this Saturday. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit, I didn't even. Aloha, fellow traveler. Aloha. What's happening? Welcome, welcome. So I remember I had a dream semi-conscious and looked at my hands and it looked deformed. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, a lot of times that's what it's gonna look like when you look at your arms. I'm really tripping. How we experience a lot of the same stuff like Mall World, the Lady, the Water Park, the Purple Room, Hood Apartments. Oh man, the Hood Apartments. The Hood Apartments. I ain't gonna lie though. I think because I was raised in the hood, I kind of like being in the Hood Apartments, but it be some hood ass apartments in the castle, a castle house. I've been in the castle house. Have you been to the ritual room? I don't know if I've been to the ritual room. I probably have. But yeah, I know about them hood apartments. I'm new to you, but you ain't new to me. Oh, you been on here? What's happening? Welcome, welcome. Let me make sure I'm getting all the comments. Holy Joel 99. Hey, shouting out. What is your perspective on why we reincarnate? Learning or just experience? It could be both. It could be both. You don't you have to ask yourself, what do you feel like you're here for? What is your strengths and weaknesses? When you're at a job, do you always get a leadership position? When you like, are you artsy? Do you like to draw? Are you creative? Some of these things that your qualities will turn you into the right direction as to what am I here for. Sometimes we reincarnate just because we're addicted to the physical reality. We want to do more. You don't feel like you did enough in your past life. And you're like, man, I didn't experience nothing. I was out there I was a Buddhist monk. I wasn't getting no cheeks. I was I was out there just meditating all day with a brick, just meditating. I'm like, God dang, I need to do something different. God, and now you want to come back and be a hoe. No, no, well, but sometimes you know what I'm saying, there's different reasons. Find out that reason. I don't know if I read this comment. Do you experience dirty bathrooms with no doors? Yes. I experience dirty. I'm every time it's like I hate that. I hate experiencing those dirty bathrooms because it'd be like shit. It'd be like stuff on the floor. As y'all know, I've been trying to act. I've been trying to not cuss as much, but I'm probably still gonna cuss. But it'd be shit on the floor. It'd be shit on the walls. It'd be shit. It's like it makes it hard for you because you're like, damn, I really got to use the bathroom. But in some ways, I'll be thinking to myself, like maybe it's like that because it's telling you, wake your ass up because you about to shit on yourself. Wake up because you're about to piss on yourself if you use this bathroom. So your subconscious is telling you, no, you need to get the hell up. Like I be thinking that. Like a nub, yeah. Okay, were you able to make it past the Secret Service man? I don't think so. I don't think so. Do you think people like you that go OBE and talk about it publicly like you are being watched by the feds? Yeah, I do, but I don't really care. Um, I don't be really caring about that type of stuff. Hey, if they gonna get me, they gonna get me. Cause look, I'm not afraid to die. So I don't even believe in death. So it's nothing, I don't see no real big issue with them watching me. Come on, enjoy the show, subscribe. Shit. If they watching me, they need to subscribe, learn something. Nah, says laugh my ass off. No cheeks as a monk. Yeah. They ain't getting no action. They had to come back and get some action. I want to continue practicing OBE the normal way, but if I can have one through a dream, uh, commanding clarity, that would be nice. Yeah, that'd be dope. Have you visited a school? A lot of times. A lot of times in schools. It was kids being taught. I went and they said, "You're not supposed to be in here. I mean, be here." And I was blasted back to my body. Also, have you visited the jail place? It also feels like a lab. I visited a few jails, and I used to be like, "What the hell am I doing in a damn jail?" I mean, one time when I came in my body, I was in a jail cell with a bunch of dudes, and they was sitting on these. It wasn't no bed. It was like one of them jail cells that's just a big room, like a waiting room type jail, and it was these like, you know how you have in the gyms back in the day with the bleachers. They had like a small one back there, and they was just sitting there, and I'm like, oh hell no, I'm in jail, and I started doing push-ups. But you know, in the outer body, you could do like a million push-ups, and you ain't gonna feel it. So I was just doing push-ups, like ain't nobody taking these cheeks today. Why am I in jail? But then I would go out, and you're right because I would go out of this jail cell, this room, because you would get out this jail cell room, and it would be like this room where you could sit down and all that stuff, and you can go outside, and it would outside it'd be this big gate. But when you go through this room, they had us walk in this line, and in this room, it looked like a lab on the other side where they was doing what I don't know because I didn't see, and they didn't take me over there, so I was like, let me not. But did I even read all that Black Back to my body? Yeah, the kids uh laughing. Death slash illusion. They know OB travels are fearless. Yeah. It's like the more hydrated I am, the deeper the experience is. Is it yeah, that's true. You gotta stay hydrated. Hydrated and and stretch. OBE state give you that Goku strength. Shoot, yeah. Yeah, yeah, even more. But yeah, you naming a lot of places I've been. I'll be like, cause in jail cells and the hood apartments, I done been to a lot of that stuff. I I really appreciate having somebody to talk to this about because I don't tell nobody but my brother, and he just listen and stay and say he don't dream nothing. Yeah, some people that don't dream nothing though, some people that don't dream nothing have a lot of experiences, but they don't know it. A lot of times, if you stay in the experience for too long and you're too deep into it, when you come back, the memory of that experience is like almost like it's been wiped. It's like you don't remember anything, especially if you wake up in shock. What's the deal with that dirty bathroom stuff? I keep hearing that. I don't know. I think it might be subconsciously telling us to wake our ass up before we piss and shit on ourselves. But I don't know. Because every time I'm trying to see them bathrooms is when I gotta pee in real life, but I'm still in that state. So I'm like, oh, I gotta use the bathroom. One time I was pissing for a long time. I'm like, and it just kept going, and it felt so good to release that pee. And at mid while I'm peeing, I'm sitting there like, oh man, this is amazing. While I'm peeing, the thought came in my head. I said, oh shit, I'm in an outer body. And I closed my eyes and I woke up, but I didn't piss on myself. But I was like, thank God, because I thought I was about to be pissy bed shouted in this motherfucker. Because yeah, I ain't trying to do all that. Especially when you be trying to take a shit in a dream. Like you ain't never tried to take a shit in a dream. Like that's the most scariest shit when you realize you dreaming or you in an outer body and you wake up and be like, oh my God, I'm glad I didn't shit on myself. Hey, have you been on the floating ship? It's like they have banquets there. Also, folks live on it. I haven't been to that. I don't think. I haven't been to that. But I was on this tall like cliff. It wasn't like a cliff, but it was tall. It was almost like if I had this water bottle and I turned it upside down, it was like the establishment was on top of this, but down was like far. You could see a city in the distance. You know what I'm saying? But everybody was kicking it in this spot. Other looking beings and stuff, like all kinds of stuff. And they was giving me this drink. They gave me this drink that was green. And I didn't know what it was. And I ate some food. I think it was like it, but it was liquid. And I was like, I'm gonna try it anyway. It's like, look, I'll be trying to if every time I see food, I'll be trying to eat that shit. But I be just trying to see how it tastes because it's so funny that it be real. Probably say laugh out loud. Yeah, you don't want to shit on yourself in the out of body. Wake up and have to really change everything. The bed sheets, the bed. Have you looked slash visited Earth's future at all? Probably. I probably have and probably didn't know what I was looking at. So yeah, I can't talk too many people about. Yeah, you can't. It's hard because people gonna think you smoking drugs. People gonna think you on crack. They gonna think you taking meth. All this motherfuckers on shrooms every day. Oh my god! And that's the craziest shit to me. And they used to piss me off when people used to be like, "You smoke too much weed," and I'm like, "I can't have out of bodies when I'm high off weed." Like if I smoke weed, I cannot have an out of body. I've never had an out of body on marijuana. And I don't know, it could just be me because some people have had out of bodies while they was I can't be drunk and have an out of body. I can't smoke weed and have an out of body. I have to be sober to have out of bodies. And the reason I know that is because when I was younger and I didn't like the fact that I was having these experiences because I was seeing negative stuff, I was seeing more positive, but the negative stuff was, you know what I'm saying, it was popping up in my head a little more. Like I used to smoke weed so that I wouldn't experience my out of body experiences. What about the table of elders? When I had that experience, I was able to see myself on a mirror and I had fish looking stuff around my eyes. I thought I finally died. I don't know if I seen a table of elders, but that reality that I talked about in one of my videos where they had like a point system with their money, it was a room, it was like a great room, and it was these elders that was sitting on these like at the top, but they looked like almost everything you could think of. I don't know what the hell they was, but some of them was huge and had funny looking faces. I can't even describe it. Some of them looked like humanoids, but with different color skin, reptilian type. But they all was sitting on this like I can't even say a throne, like a cabinet. They was all sitting up at a high place. And when I went it was a beach around there. When I went there, it was these ladies, like these mermaid type ladies, laying on the beach with these big ass seashells, them big ass seashells and shit. They was all over there. These women had these markings on their face, like dots. They had these like red dots all over their face and on their body, but their tail just looked like a normal fish tail, but they was like different in the face. Some of them had hair, some of them didn't have hair. It was a little different. It was also this dude that was sleeping. I remember I caught him. I didn't catch him, but I kind of startled him because he was in his shop and he was asleep, but he was sleeping on this bed that was it was like a floating metal table. And he was just laying on that table. And I was like, what the hell is that? And so I went over there and I was like, hey. And he woke up. He was like, hey. He talked funny, like, hey. He was like, what are you up to? He the one that told me about the point system, that the money was a point system. And he looked at me stupid when I was asking him because I had a gadget in my hand and I was looking at it and it had a circle and it had like how like a bar like when it's spin like it was like blacked out, but then like a piece of it was like white. And I was like, what is this? And he looked at me like I was stupid and was like, so you don't know the point system? It was like he had a weird ass voice. You don't know the point system. But he wasn't really moving like he was moving like that, but he wasn't talking. And he was like, yeah, we go off points. But it says, I remember hearing a story of a guy who took shrooms and ended up in a place where beings told him, what are you doing here? You shouldn't be here. Leave now and don't come back. I've heard a bunch of people say stuff like that. I've never experienced nobody telling me that I can't be there. It says some people online claim the Obamas are part of the control structure and Trump and Elon are supposed good guys. Any truth to that, given that they're both all over the Epstein files? I don't know about that. I don't really go. That's not a subject that I'm like well versed on, so I don't mess with it. Dirty bathroom dreams can be negative emotions that need to be released. I believe that. I believe that because I used to have a lot of negative emotions. You know what I'm saying? I believe that mermaids be pretty. I can't lie. I seen some in a dream before. Not all of them, bro. So I don't know if that's a girl or boy, but not all of them. Sometimes they look a little different. Now they look a little different. The hood apartments are in realm one. These are dimensional spaces. Yes, a lot of dimensional spaces, even in realm two, three, four, and five. Dimensional spaces are just like if you was to go and if you was to say, for instance, I'm in Texas or something, or I'm in Oklahoma, or I'm in California. Those can be considered different dimensional spaces because when you go to Dallas, it seems different. And within that city, I mean, within that space is cities or it's towns, it's different stuff. So a lot of times when you think about the hood apartments or a lot of different places, you could be in round two. You might not know or what you consider round two. I don't really go off of where I'm at by the realms, but it's vibrations with me. Like it's vibration. How do it vibrate? 4th, have you ever had a dream in which you were chewing gum and it gets stuck on the teeth? No, no, I haven't had that, but I have had one where I was throwing up and it was like I was throwing up uncontrollably. And I knew that I was releasing something in that moment. You know what I'm saying? I was releasing something. Do I know what it was? Probably not, but it was releasing something that was dealing with me. I also had a dream of my brother standing next to me, and all of a sudden, he morphed into a shadow being and tried to attack me. That's why I would call shadow being. I mean, not shadow beings, but familiar spirits. They'll come to you as somebody you love in order to get closer to you to try to scare you, but they really don't have that much power over you. You know what I'm saying? But let's get back to the hood stuff and like yeah, that's like round one, round two. I don't know exactly like how y'all would define it because when you saying round one, not everything on that realm looks is crazy. You know what I'm saying? You're not just gonna see one specific thing when you're on round one. Just like when you go to round two, round three, round four, all those different planes of existence, the first you have to really explore to know exactly what you're gonna see. Now you could see some crazy stuff in round one because that's where crazy stuff is, you know what I'm saying? But I can't if you're talking about like realms, like round one where stuff is at like that, that's Darius and them lingo. You know what I'm saying? I don't really, like I said, I don't really get into that too much. But I believe you. I believe you. Have you ever used the gateway tapes to have OBEs before? No. I've thought about it, but I haven't done it. But yeah, I don't talk about the realm because a lot of people, especially when you're making these videos and stuff, and they have these experiences, they don't believe when if they say they go to round one, they don't feel like their experiences are significant to other people's experiences because they experiencing something higher or like at a higher plane and stuff. To me, you on the other side. You need to figure out what it is that you need to learn or what it is that you need to do while you're going into that round one state. You know what I'm saying? Because it's something that is important that you need to see in that realm. You feel me? You feel me? Okay, hello. Is there such a thing as archons? I believe so. I believe so. Speaking of shrooms, since I'm having troubles doing OBE the natural way, been considering shrooms to help connect to another realm. What's your opinion on that? Hey, that I mean, it could work for you. It could work for you. I've never had an OBE on shrooms, so I can't tell you that it's gonna work. But I've heard people say they've had experiences when it comes to doing shrooms and stuff. Some of them was crazy, some of them wasn't. So if you do shrooms, just remember that you're accessing something at a fast rate. So your fears can possibly pop up at a fast rate if you haven't done the work on yourself. So it's like, you know what I'm saying, a rush, boom. Like, so, you want to be a little careful when you're on them shrooms. Yeah, that's true. Have you heard of Loosh? Yeah, I've heard of it. Somebody was talking about that in one of my other lives. I'm thumb number 9, number 19. I'm number 19. What that mean? What that mean, prop? It says at for I did the gateway tapes, didn't have OBE, but it raised my vibration. I think being new to OBE stuff. Okay, that's what's up. Oh, thumbs up. Appreciate the prop. They apparently a strong human energy based off emotions. Okay, but yeah. Hold on, let me go. Let me see. There you go. I can't let y'all comments go unread because this the kickback. I seen the black goo before. Have you? In my experience, I was throwing it up, and the entity told me that it was good. I was getting it out. Have you experienced the black goo? Not the black goo, but it was like a white substance that was coming out. Like it wasn't white. It was like brown. I don't know what it was, but it could have been almost the same thing as what I was experiencing that you was experiencing. We was just releasing something that wasn't good within our own, say energy field or our physical body. Something could have been healing. And somebody asked me something about have you ever had an out of body and tried to heal yourself, which I think that's very possible. But I think that's something that you really have to hone in and learn, you know. But I really want people to stop getting so caught up on where they go and not saying like worry about where you go in the out of body state, but understand where you go, there is something that you need to learn there. Even if it seems negative, it's something that you need to learn. Says, hey, we got to throw an OBE party one day. Everybody in this chat got to bring one item to the party, though. Bring your own bottle. Fila, thank you. Yeah. But yeah, that. But where you go is something to that, and it's a meaning behind it. You, I don't care if it's a lower place or a higher place. If you're in the hood apartments, it's a meaning to that. If you're in the mall world, wherever, there's a meaning to why you're there. Figure out what's the meaning. And you might be going to the hood places just because you want to enjoy yourself. To be honest with you, sometimes what y'all deem as the lower realm or the what I'm saying the lower vibratory realms, sometimes those be the kickback spots because all of those places are not just full of negativity, which it still could be considered negative because it's earthly. It's a lot of earthly pleasures there. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people that haven't got over this physical life, they they go there a lot and they kick it. Y'all go there a lot in y'all dreams and don't even realize y'all there. Little dream characters in the outer body, in another dimension, kicking it, drinking beer, drinking liquor, smoking weed, hanging with people, talking shit. Like there's people that go there all the time. Have you heard about the Bayside Mall incident before? No, I don't believe so. If I have, I don't remember. Let me give me a little drink a drink. Not no alcohol. But yeah, you like you will know you having these experiences because you know the feeling. You'll know the feeling and you'll have the same experiences as other people. It might not be the exact same, but you can tell when you hear somebody else's experience, like, yeah, they had an out of body experience. And you could tell when somebody like really didn't possibly have that exactly. Says, I definitely have heightened healing abilities in the physical realm. Honestly, it comes with breath work and growing your aura. Stretching is definitely my go-to as well, especially the deep squat. That's what's up. When I get time, I need to learn how to tap into all that stuff. I had recurring dreams about this luxurious bathroom that I found in the back of a house. I had a traumatic experience and now the door is locked when I tried to go back. I wonder if that was a real place. It might be. It might be. You might have been going to a real place and now you're like, why I can't get through this? Why I can't get through this door? Just go through it. Just go through the door. Like today, when I was playing around in my outer bodies and stuff, I was like, I wonder if I can fly through that wall if I don't think about it. And I flew straight through the wall. Because sometimes you'll try to fly through a wall or something and you start thinking physical and then you just crash right into that damn wall. Okay. Do you believe the higher self exists? And do you believe it controls or influences your out of body travels? You are your higher self. Integrate. In most cases, when you in an out of body state, in most cases, When your awareness is all the way there, you are your higher self. When you have to call on your higher self and it comes and it's not, and it's something that's outside of you, that's because you haven't fully integrated with your higher self. If it's your higher self, that means it needs to be part of you. You know what I'm saying? Your higher self, you have a lower self, you have a self that's in between, you know what I'm saying? And you have different versions of yourself. So you understand, like, there's a version of you that's doing way better than you might be doing right now. And there's a version of you that's doing way worse than you're doing right now. So sometimes you will experience a different life as a different version of yourself. And you be like, damn, I'm going through some crazy shit. And that's the craziest topic to really talk about is parallel um, lives and stuff of that nature. Because most people ain't gonna want to believe that they living here right now, and it's another version of themselves that's living somewhere else. Can you get drunk or high enough? Yes, I've got high in the outer body before. It didn't last that long, but when I hit that sucker, I was in that mud like, oh my god, I really feel it. Like, can you get drunk or high in the OB? So does it affect you when you come back in the physical? If not, why not? Because you say that you can heal yourself in OBE. So I'd imagine other stuff would affect you asking a question that I can't really answer. I wouldn't even know why to when I'm saying heal yourself in the outer body, I'm talking about a person leaving their body, looking at their body and examining their body and actually seeing the problems within their body and healing their body outside of themselves, looking at themselves laying in the bed. I believe that's possible. And it's possibly possible, I said possibly possible, the same way you said it. You know what I'm saying? But I can't tell you why if you drink some liquor and you don't come back to your body, you feel drunk. Like I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to wake up and feel drunk after I drank in the outer body. When you're in an OBE, you are aware of all these cells at once. Yeah. And the higher you go, the more you remember yourself. In the lower, like when you're in places that vibrate at a lower rate, you kind of don't even realize you here. But when you go higher, you start to really realize, like, okay, this and this and this about you start remembering things about yourself that you might not even want to accept. But when you get here, it's like it's all trying to download, and some of it is so far fetched, so beyond this physical realm that you don't even really it don't really integrate the right way. It says, I had an Asian guy, maybe Chinese, help me out of my body not long ago. Found that interesting. I've had an Asian guy in my outer bodies a few times. The one that held me by my forehead and my body lifted up in the air. Like told me to go to the seventh level. It says, have you visited the place that looks like Japan and it has a door? And when you go through the steps, it's a staircase. That was one ritual room I visited. I'm not sure if I've been there, but I have been to what I'll be saying like Chinese or Japanese. I don't be knowing because I don't know the difference between how they write their words and stuff. But I be seeing like them letters and stuff on buildings. But I've never really explored like these areas where they're doing the rituals and stuff or certain rooms. I had a fight on the top of a temple that the lady called Temple of Flying Masters, and I walked up a staircase. If you die, can you choose to go back to a time period of your life and redo your life over? I wouldn't even know that. If you could, I want to go back to this life as a child with all the information I know now. But hey, you never know what's possible. You know what I'm saying? This may sound wild, but I know how to bring UFOs to me. It's really simple, but to tell y'all how I do it is by imagining the landmass I'm on, the state, the stories around me, and guide it to me. And you're talking about in the physical realm, right? Because that means UFOs and them outer bodies too. So I be needing to know. I was taken above the construct with a Iki Master Fubi Kwan. I don't even know how to say his name, but that's pretty dope. That's pretty dope. I'm gonna tell y'all something that I don't like. I'm not telling y'all not to do this. I'm not telling y'all to do it or not to do it. But I know people are always asking me about the ascended masters and have I seen this ascended master? After I started experiencing what we would consider deities or gods or these things that I did not know, that I did not even have a clue of. I was like, I don't even need to really read. I don't want to. I didn't really want to know about other deities unless it just popped up. Like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't really want to know because I wanted to see if I would still experience deities or these certain ascended masters, or so to say, that I didn't know about, so I can wake up and research it and all that stuff. And then another thing is that I didn't want to do too much research on certain deities or beings, and then I start creating that when I have these experiences. Because what a lot of people don't talk about is that the same way that people say, like when I would talk about a negative experience, they would say, hey, that was something that you created. And I'm like, if you understood that that was something I created, you understood no matter how high I go, if I see something possible, I see something positive, that could be something that I created also through my subconscious mind to help me. You know what I'm saying? So you could be seeing an ascended master because your subconscious knew this is something that you've been researching. This is something that you look up to. So you create with what you know what I'm saying, what's in your subconscious mind. Now, that's not all the time. Sometimes you just seeing the ascended master. But me personally, I want to experience the what I do not know. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to come out and be like, hey man, is that someone so I knew him? But it's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying nothing's wrong with that, but that's just my own way that I do it. Everybody has to do it the way that they, you know what I'm saying, they choose what feels comfortable to them. Let me see. Let me start reading your comments. It says a psychic told me about someone called Ben, the wise one or the wise one in the astral world who could help me. Have you heard? Nope. I haven't heard of that. That makes sense. Let me see. Yep, in the physical realm, but it appears as high as the stars, maybe, and you can use your mind to tell it to go right and left, etc. I showed my brother, and he finally started believing me. That's what's up. I seen what I believe was a UFO, but it just looked like an orb way in the sky, and it was just moving, and I was like, "What the hell is that?" I've seen that a bunch of times though. I don't even know why I be saying it, but I be saying it. I was asked if I wanted to stay. I said whatever I signed up for, I wanted to complete, and I was right back in my body. That's what's up. You came back. I would have been like, I am staying here. Where I'm not going back to Earth, boy. No, just curious where everybody in the chat from. Everybody seemed chill. I'm in Houston. Yeah, some dope people in this chat, some very smart people in the chat, enlightened. Right. Our thoughts create our reality. Yeah. But you know, sometimes people they hear about negative experiences and they only talk about your thought projections and what you create only when they're talking about negative experiences. But that doesn't just happen in negative experiences because what you created with your subconscious mind, I'm gonna say this again, is your power. That's your power. Even though it's negative, that's actually your power. You just don't know how to fully grip that this is my power. So change it. Tell it to leave. Turn it into a bird. Turn it into this. Your subconscious has created that. And if your subconscious created that, that means you created that. So even when you're on these other planes of existence, you can create something to guide you, help you. So I don't like to think of nothing. I want it to come naturally. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that it's a bad thing, but I just want it to come naturally to me so I know it's real. Speaking of USOs, them fouls are crazy. Apparently the government knows how to summon UAPs at will. I'm pretty sure they do. Pretty sure they do. Austin, Texas was Southwestern. You know what I mean? It says, what is base reality? This not it's something about me, y'all, but I ain't all the way tapped in the entities in the astro. Tell me, LOL. They stay joking. Do they joke with you? Like creating scenes and y'all fall for it? I've had that experience. They be trying to keep me in a room just so they can talk to me and shit. It be pissing me off. I had one, I can't even describe how it looked, but it was a he was goofy as hell. He was just joking and shit. And I kept trying to leave and he kept creating other rooms. And I was like, okay, what is going on here? That's why I don't be dealing with the ETs. They be playing too damn much. I don't know. I don't know what's up with them. I ain't gonna say all of them because some of them was doing some shit that was mischievous, but kind of serious. But I don't be fucking with them. They be doing some bullshit. She up in Memphis, dog. Hey, so I laugh. But yeah, OBE folks are pranksters. I be in there clowning too sometimes though. But that right there used to creep me out. Like I hated going into a room and seeing some weird ass being trying to talk to me. And the whole time I probably should have just sat there and talked to her. And the crazy part about that experience was I was in this room and it looked like we was like in the 70s. It was playing some old pimp ass music. I was like, who is this pimped out alien in here? Like, what is this going on right now? I done got stuck in a room. He was about to try to pimp me out to the Galactic Federation. I need to get out of here. Come on over here, young buck. Need you to sell some of that galactic booty. No, nobody. Get away from me. That's just hold on, let me read that again. Mexico. You are Mexico. Ah, gracias. Coming to the life. Nah, don't mind me. I like to do different accents sometimes. I don't mean no harm. Remember the fight you had with them two dudes on the couch? Yeah. That shit freaked me out a little bit. It says, let's say you are seeing so called relatives in the astral. Is there a way to know 100% that it's them or not? Usually, when it's not them, it's something negative. If it didn't attack you, it could be them. But your intuition, if your intuition is strong, you can tell off tops. You can tell off the bat. If you look into their eyes, you can also tell because when you look in something's eyes that's have a negative state to themselves, their eyes look different. It look foggy. It look kind of like it look weird, almost like they lost. Like you can tell the difference. But yeah, you can tell. I've seen, but usually I don't. I know people use term astral, all this stuff, but I don't be really caring where I see them at. You might see them in the realm one a lot of times. A lot of times you end up seeing them in that dense realm. Damn, that's crazy. So you'd still get into fights on the other side. Shoot, I thought we all got along. In certain realms, you do. But if you in them like round one areas and stuff that y'all talk about, like you're gonna be in that sucker, you might fight. Round two, round three. And some other realms, like I know they'd be like you talk about like the god realms and all that stuff. They fighting them. They be fighting. They be going. I mean, I ain't gonna say they be fighting like serious, like, but they be fighting. Have you been able to access your soul records? You talking about that place? What did Darius call that place? If you're talking about that place, I haven't been to that place. But what you not real? But what people? Okay, this is one thing. Like a lot of people talk about the Akashic records, and what's that other place that Darius talks about? It's kind of similar to that. Um, says how do you connect your individual strengthen if I'm gonna get back to this, but let me go right back to this one. When people talk about the soul records and stuff, understand that when you having the out of body experiences, you are accessing your soul records. That's why you will have certain experiences of past life experiences. You will have certain you will access your soul records all the time. You might not know it, but you're accessing it. You might not go, yeah, halls of a mentee. You might not go to the halls of a mentee to access it. You might not go to the Akashic records to access it. You might access it. You have that ability to just go into your soul records. You don't necessarily have to go to a certain specific place. Now, there might some people might disagree with that. Some people might agree. However you feel, that's how you feel. You know what I'm saying? But for me, that's how it is. When you're accessing your soul records a lot when you having your out of body experiences. You'll see parts of your life when you was a child, like real situations that happened when you was a kid. You'll deal with certain emotions that you face in this physical life. You will experience that. and that's to try to help you to get right, get your emotions in check. You know what I'm saying? So basically, you don't have to go to the halls of amenities to access information. It's within. The information is always because you are the in. Like think about this: when you become fully aware, you are integrated with your the highest version of yourself and the lower version of yourself. You have all access to the information of you, of your soul records. When you having that out of body experiences and you're fully aware, you can access your soul records just by, like, you know what I'm saying, like that. And you might do it on accident. Most of the time it's on accidents. Have you been to the place with the beautiful waterfalls, not the huge ones, but the ones that is in the gardens, and they do tea parties? I don't know about the tea part. I have been to a place similar to that, but it possibly could have not been that place. You know what I'm saying? It could have been a different place because there's many places that's like that with beautiful water and stuff. But you probably was going somewhere that you've been before. You know what I'm saying? That's probably somewhere that you've been. Man, I'm learning so much. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. But yeah, a lot of people don't understand that the how to that you can access the Akashic records or your soul records, so to say. Now, some things that people want to know is not necessarily things that I might know. You know what I'm saying? Because if I haven't been there, I'm not gonna tell you that I've been there. Because I haven't been to the halls of mentees. I haven't been to because people always ask me, have I been to where Alchemist went, where he goes. What is it called? Damn. Neo Soul. Everybody asks me, have I been to Neo Soul? But I can't speak on stuff that I haven't experienced. You know what I'm saying? I can give you my opinion as to what I think. And most of the time, if I see the person that's talking about it seems credible, I'm gonna be like, it's probably true. Round one, have your weakness ready. It's shadow work on steroids. It's not that bad when you get rid of that fear. Halls of a mentee. Yeah, halls of a mentee. Now, don't get me wrong. If I can remember to say, take me to the halls of mentees, I'm gonna ask that question because I would like to see it. You know what I'm saying? The way it's described seems like a very beautiful place. Are the halls of mentees just for the earth realm, or is it see, that's why I was telling you I never been, so I can't tell you that answer. That's something you would have to ask Darius or anybody else that may have went to that realm. You know what I'm saying? I have been to a place that have records, but the entity told me I had to do something. I forgot what it said in order to access. I knew it had records for some reason because I went inside. Yeah. I've been to Kashik Records, and the lady gave me a book, and I was about to try to read the book. I read the title. It said How to Turn, Twist, and Tighten the Divine Chakras. And I was about to try to read it, and I couldn't read it. As soon as I started trying to read it, I started waking up. I was like, damn, what was she meaning by this? Like, I mean, what was the book about? Like, I wanted to take the book with me. I want to go to Neo Soul so bad. Hey, you might go. You gotta ask Alchemist permission though. Like you got to be like, hey, let me go. They're gonna kick your ass out. Like, y'all gonna be coming to my y'all gonna be over here. You gotta have some etiquette when you come to Neo Soul. Alchemist representing. He got you like you represent Alchemist when you come to Neo Soul. You're gonna be mad as hell. Y'all going over there stepping on the furniture with your dirty shoes. Fuck your couch, nigga. Nah, but Neo Soul sound like a cool place. When he talk about it, it sound like a place that I've been, but I don't know if I ever been to Neo Soul, but it sounds pretty good. It sounds pretty good. It says Alchemist and Lover are the gatekeepers. Are you talking about the ones that keep you from going inside the gates, like keeping you out? Like nah, you can't go in there. Hey, yeah, that's Alchemist right there. Yes, set your intentions, command clarity, and full soul remembrance. Yeah, facts. How do you connect your intuition or strengthen it after being programmed not to trust yourself for a long time? That's hard. It's hard. You got to do the work. Whatever that work is, you got to meditate. You got to start actually analyzing your emotions. A lot of times, people analyze their emotions. They'll say, "Man, I did something fucked up. I did something bad, and or I have bad qualities about myself." They understand they got the bad qualities, but they don't change it. You know what I'm saying? Don't make no sense. They'll understand that they have certain things about themselves, but they don't change it. They be like, "That's just me." No, it's your programming. You've been programmed to be this way. But now you don't want to step back into who you truly are because that program was your defense mechanism. You used to get mad because you wanted people to be, feel like you wasn't no chump. So now that you like, I shouldn't be getting mad like that, you feel like people playing with you. So now you want to still be that mad version. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about doing the work. And the work is not just something that happens in one day. You know what I'm saying? It takes time. Who exactly is controlling your out of body experiences when you are not consciously controlling them? What do you mean? It's still you. You might not, you just not fully aware. So let's say it's your higher self that's saying, let me take over for a bit because we're not fully integrated at this moment. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Lava is this lady who has OBs also. I forgot his lady's name. I didn't know. It says, when I first started this, I used to get excited and say, I'm dreaming, LOL, and boom, back to my body and waking up. I learned long ago to never say out loud that you realize you are in another. Yeah, I don't say it. I recognize it and I continue doing what I'm supposed to do. Now, there's been times like the out of body where how I got my name 4ThEye, when I told him I was like, I'm in the out of body. A lot of times when I would say that to, I'd be like, I'm in the out of body. They'd be like, oh, yeah, you in out of body. Like it wouldn't be like no big deal. But when you in them lucid dreams type states, it's like it's like when you say that, it's like the dream starts to collapse and now people start acting crazy and shit. It says when you're not conscious, in my experience, your subconscious mind is controlling it. Yeah, that would be, especially if you're in a negative situation. That's sometimes when your higher self actually takes over because you don't have control. You don't have full control. And sometimes you be in a dangerous situation. You're thinking there's something on the outside of yourself that's going to come and defend you, but it's your higher self coming forth within you that's going to give you the ability to defend yourself from whatever you may be experiencing. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Oh, y'all hear that back? My back pop. I'm getting old as hell. Ooh. But yeah, man, I really appreciate y'all all coming through on this live, this late night live. Somebody said they got a 6-part question. God, 6-part question? Uh, all right. But the subconscious mind can be scary, especially if you're not in a good space. Yeah, because you start, what I'm saying, your thoughts start projecting and creating. Hold up, your comments coming fast. It says part one. After watching a lot of NDE videos, I started learning about spirit guides. One night I asked them to contact me directly. All right. A few nights later, while falling asleep, I saw a name flashing in my head. Then I heard a loud booming sound, voice say, there are 3 of your angels. That's what's up. Oh man, I tried Halls of a Mentee, went through a wormhole, dropped in and pulled, passing a bunch of coffins. Got excited and floated right past it. LOL. Guess the god said nope. Said not today, buddy. Maybe later. Says, have you asked any of the entities of your higher self or your higher self their names? I actually got some names before, but I can't remember them. I've been told names. I remember one told me, but I don't think this was my higher self. It was, I don't know who this was, but he told me his name was Poctavius. I don't know exactly who it is. I never tried to see him again, but yeah, he told me his name was Poctavius. That experience really shook me and made me start believing there may be something beyond ordinary consciousness. For sure. Recently, someone told me that if you ask for contact without being specific, it could theoretically be a being pretending to be benevolent. Now doubting, what's this? Now I'm doubting. Yes, that is possible. I've had encounters with um beings pretending to be beings of light, and they weren't. They was just trying to siphon some energy real quick, try to get a little, you know what I'm saying? It says confuses me is that these same guides or whatever it was seem to direct me towards Darius. Then they might be right. If you know what I'm saying, you have to like it seems like you questioning like too much. Sometimes just understand. Like if you look at Darius as somebody that's a good teacher or your teacher and all that stuff, if they guided you to him, it couldn't be a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? It says, "Damn, he came prepared. Love it." Paul says, Darius seems aligned with unconditional love, truth, integrity, and growth. Part of me feels the communication was benevolent thoughts. Haven't had an OBE yet. Okay. But if you feel like don't I mean, if they guided you to Darius, hey, who's to say they not good, you know? Has being with Darius helped you? That's what you need to ask yourself. And if it's yes, then that's not a bad thing. I mean, you still talk to him in high regards. I mean, talk about him in high regards. So I'm assuming that he's impacted your life in some sort of way. You know what I mean? In a good way. Well, you might have not had an out of body yet, if you so to say, but it sounds like you might be having out of bodies. Oh shit! I didn't even know I wasn't even looking at the real Okay, hold on. Let me. Okay. Good night. Good. Right. Take it easy. Oh yeah. Have you figured out yet, or what is your soul name? Nah, that's not something that I too much care for. But I don't mind it. Every time I'm out, they be calling me Chris. Well, certain beings that shouldn't be knowing my name, I be thinking that they don't know my name. They be like, Chris, what are you doing? I'm like, what the fuck? How do you know my name? And then in one, they called me Christ. Now that tripped me out. Cause I was like, that's probably why these cult leaders be coming out and they be thinking that they Jesus and shit. You got these entities calling them Christ. Like, don't be calling me Christ and I ain't Christ and all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? But Christ consciousness. Oh shit, I didn't even read your comment. Sorry about that. Uh I can't remember the names they told me either. Yeah, I don't remember. I've been told other things, but I just some things I don't quite remember. Darius said, "You can feel the being's intent. There's no hiding, nothing on the other side. You will know." That is true. That's why I say intuition. Like your intuition, you will know. Like that's what I'm talking about when I'm saying that. Yes, being with Darius has helped me a lot. Yeah, so you shouldn't second guess it. If you didn't feel a negative vibe from them, then they probably was a negative. When I seen that being of light, when I first looked at it, I was like, wow. But as I looked at it more and talked to it more, I started realizing something was off. When you start realizing something is off, most of the time something is off. You know what I'm saying? So just understand yourself and realize you're gonna know. Sometimes some people don't know because they want to believe. They want to believe in something like that. You know, saying something like, "Oh my God, an angel came to me," and the whole time it's not an angel. You didn't call it this lower being or this what they would call principalities in religion. You didn't call some principality to you and shit. Your background is fire. Appreciate it, brother. Appreciate it. It got the little swirls on it right now. I was about to get off, but y'all still asking questions. So I'm like, you know what? I'll stay for a little longer. Have you seen the writings on stones and they glow sometimes, but I could not read it? I felt as if I should, but I couldn't. Also, have you walked down the stone steps and it's like an outside theater? Mm, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I've had those experiences. I have seen writings on stones that I couldn't read, but it was in like a house where I seen these stones. It wasn't like like it was in a certain place. So now I don't know exactly. That's interesting. I've had a lot of experiences, so some of the experiences in my head is jumbled up. I've been having a lot since I was young, 15 years old. So I could have experienced that and don't even realize it. But that sounds pretty dope. A lot of times you can't read. Like when I first started having out of bodies, it was like a lot of stuff that I would try to read. I couldn't read it. It took a long time for me to get to a point where I could actually read the things that I was seeing in the outer body. What's your next goal for the OBE path? Anything you specifically want to seek for yourself or the spiritual growth? Like I was saying in the beginning, I want to learn how to do soul retrieval a little more, a little better. But that also caused me to actually deal with my inner demons. You feel me? That makes me have to really find balance in myself and not act off of emotions to keep balance. Because to go to those realms and try to help people that are lost, you can't get to a point where you start to lose yourself. You get what I'm saying? Because being down there in a low vibratory state, you can tend to fall into that. Not saying you're gonna be stuck or nothing, but you might have somebody might have to assist you out of there if something happens. You know what I'm saying? Because you let your energy get too low. But you have to blend in and you have to be able to stay balanced and understanding who you are and being aware. So that's something that I've been trying to learn because I've been to the higher realms. I've been to these places where entities was formless. I've been to a place where it was full of orbs. I've been to these good places, but when you go to these places where there are souls that are lost, it's like it's sad. Like you want to help them, but it's hard because you can't just go in there and pick them up and take them to some higher level. You have to go in there and talk to them like they're a regular person. I mean, they are, but you have to talk to them like they on their level and get them to a point where their vibrations raise up. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? Highest realms have you been to? The highest realm I've been to have been has been nothing. Now I say nothing. Why I say nothing is because it's that place I keep saying I've been to that made me come back and all these words didn't seem to mean anything. But it's this realm where it's like it's formless. You don't see a bunch of beings around. You don't see a bunch of this, but you know it's consciousness everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And it was like blue. It could have been different colors for other people if they ever seen it, but it's like blue, and you'll see like these clouds, and some of the stuff look like it's like pulsating like this, and it's like these. Because I don't know if I ever talked about what I seen on there, but it's like these tubes. You'll see these tubes everywhere, and it's like energy going through these tubes, and it's like this place where it's just straight, just it's just energy really, and it's like it's like a communication that you it's like a knowing type of communication. It's like you're being communicated. You know you're being communicated to, but it's like a knowing that's coming within you. Did you face judgment of yourself like Darius speaks of when you had your first OBE? No, I didn't face judgment when I first had my OBE. I've seen the bad qualities of who I am. Like as I went on through the OBEs, I've seen how my life would have turned out. I've seen certain scenarios where I was wrong. Um, and you can access that in this moment, but that life review is just you downloading your experience. Have you seen or talked to Yeshua, aka Jesus, or other ascended masters? Haven't you asked me that question before? I think you've asked me that question before. I've answered that before. Hello, let me see. Let me make sure I'm trying to get to the comments that I haven't like naturally asked already. I mean answered. Have you had the experience where you knew everything and you are the one with everything? Wait, what do you mean? Have you had the experience where you know everything and you are the one with everything? I don't know about the last part, but being in that place made me feel sort of kind of like that. It was like I understood it all, but I also understood that even being in this place that I was at, that it was more. It was more to it. But I just haven't experienced that yet. But yeah, I didn't mean to skip your question about the Yeshua and the ascended masters. It's just that I've been asked that question like all the time, and it's like I think I keep answering the same question. Okay, one OBE designation was Yahweh slash Jesus. got dark, went through wormhole and dropped into dark room on my hands and knees. Started feeling a thorn crown from around my head, felt around and felt sandals. Okay, that's what's up. That's dope. He's asking about the void. Who's asking about the void? How does that place compare to the void? The place that I've been was not like the void. The place that I've been was different than the void. The void, when I was in the void, I couldn't see what was around. It was just complete darkness. But I could feel this. It was a presence, like a presence around me, multiple. Like I knew something was around me, but it was a void. Now, I've been in a void a lot of times though. That wasn't no comparison to the void where I was at, because it wasn't void of light. It wasn't void. It was, I could see everything and I could hear it. Like I can, like even in the void, you will hear if you can, because some people seem to not be able to hear, taste, see color. Sometimes they be talking about when they have it out of bodies. Now I don't know if they really having them, but they be saying they seeing in black and white and stuff like that. So I don't know. It says dreamt I was wearing a gold ring and bracelet with ancient language written around them. Woke up and could still feel the impression on the ring of my finger that I had to confirm whether I had it on. Yeah, it'd be like that. I remember I had some money and I woke up and I thought I was balling. No, it was broke as hell. What's your thoughts on smoking blunts? Please encourage me to continue. Hey, it ain't nothing wrong with smoking. It ain't nothing wrong with smoking. Long as you ain't smoking nothing with nothing else put on it. If I could smoke without losing my job, I would be smoking every day. It ain't nothing wrong with it. Some people have out of bodies doing when they smoking. I just haven't. Maybe that's something I need to practice. Tell my job, make this stuff federal, please. Nah, the voice sounds kind of creepy, trippy. The void can be creepy, trippy, because you don't, especially when you don't know what's happening. I didn't know you was in the building. I had a dream someone tapped my forehead and woke up with a physical feeling. Was that a lucid dream? No, somebody tapped you on your forehead. They were like, get up. You've been asleep for 12 hours. Get your ass up now. You've been sleeping too long. Nah, boy, that's what you say. Let me see. The void was peaceful for me. It can be. That means that your fear ain't too bad, because the first time I went to the void, I was in there like, oh hell no, get me up out of here. Wake up. Wake up. I felt like something was gonna slide across my arm and just touch me. And in one case, I was in the void and somebody grabbed my hand. And when they grabbed my hand, I was like, what the fuck is this? And they started speaking to me. And I was trying to see the hand and I could barely see it. And it looked like a gray, like an alien hand. And I was like, the voice said, where you from, your kingdom is warm blooded. Where I'm from, my kingdom is cold blooded. And I was like, okay. Oh, that sounds interesting. Wake up, Chris. Wake up. And I got my ass up out of there because I was scared. I ain't gonna lie to you. Probably a prankster on the other side. But yeah, that void, that place that I was at, matter of fact, it was kind of moving and the light was moving like that. But it was like mostly like a blue light and like a white vibrant light. But it was moving like that. Okay, let me see. I would have oh I know what you was trying to say. That makes sense. Thank you, Fire Lord. Fire Lord in the building. But yeah, you won't necessarily like, it's a lot of places when you have an out of body experiences, it's a lot of places that you can experience. Like when I mean a lot, like some of the places y'all gonna see, I've never seen. Some of the places I've seen, y'all probably won't see. You know what I'm saying? I would have been like Jamie Foxx, get your damn hand off of me. Did the Denzel on them. But y'all, I done been on here for a cool little minion, a little minion. I'm about to get on up off this thing, man. But before I leave, do y'all have any final questions? Any final questions? Okay, hold on. During the Jesus OBE, the room lit up, and I saw this Middle Eastern looking man with two gold circles between his eyes, two Middle Eastern women on both sides of him covered up. He was speaking. That was an interesting experience. I hope you wrote that down so you don't forget none of it. Yeah, I don't want to be touched. Yeah, I hate being touched by weird beings and stuff. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I'm gonna get on up out of here. Thank you for talking with us. No problem. We're gonna have a kickback soon. The next live gonna probably be late at night though. I ain't gonna lie to you. Do you have 360 vision and some out of bodies? And most out of bodies I have 360 vision. And if you don't, it's like you feel when something is behind you and it make you, you know what I'm saying? But that's how it be most of the time. But yeah, I'm gonna get on up out this sucker. Y'all be good. I'm gonna leave y'all with my little manifest before I, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all for coming to the live. It was a pleasure to kick back with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all stay blessed. Be good.
Champagne showers, rooftop business, diamonds on the wrist, watch flawless, no blemish. Riding in the foreign Lamborghini with the doors up. Only ride 4G out the wheels when I pull up. Big dreamer, vision is aquafina. Clear sight, speak wisdom, the water before I drink it. Call the ancestors to bless me as I receive it. It's a reason that I struggle to learn to fight off my demons. Learned a lot of lessons from holding on to my past. If you never look forward, you always finish and last. Always been a thinker, but never focused in class. I'm a godson, heavenly blessings is what I have. I done seen a lot of shit, took a lot of L's. Fumbled all my blessings just to figure out who real. Waiting on my downfall, I'm praying for you still. Cause real talk, that karma shit is real. I'm just trying to live right, motivated by the things I manifest in life. I done been through so much shit, they like this can't be right. But a dream is not a dream. If you see just what I've seen, then you know just what I mean. Just trying to live right, motivated by the things I manifest in life. I done been through so much shit, they like this can't be right.